Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And yeah, here we are at the seedlings, and I separated the Roma tomatoes out into smaller pots so I can give some away to my neighbors. And I left two in the big pot that'll keep myself, and then these two sets right here I'll keep myself. Now I can separate those when I'm ready to plant outside. And I just brought in another 8 little pots this size, and I've got those other salad tomatoes over there. I'll sort those out and separate them into separate pots also so that they're ready to go. And one of the things I made today that came in real handy for that task was this little shovel. And this is just a piece of galvanized sheets that are on those the faces of those totes where they keep the labels. I took all of those off because I don't need them on the units, and I can use the metal. So this was one piece of that. I cut it out and made a little tiny shovel, and this really works great for getting in between these plants and only digging one out when I have to. I did also separate. There were 2 in this one and none in that one. So I separated the smaller one out and moved it over. So that's ready to go. And then here I've got 5 of the Ace 55 heirlooms. And those are ready to go. So that's what I did inside here. The dogs have already eaten and had their treats. So I'm going to head outside, and today was a beautiful spring day. The winds had died down finally. Haven't had very many calm days this year. It's been always all windy days, and it's been really hard working, getting things done. So, but today it was nice. It was near 70 degrees today. For those of you in the metric countries, that's about 21 degrees Celsius. So look at the mountains out there. Yeah, got some snow on them. And these over here, these have some snow on them also. So we did get some rain, but not a whole heck of a lot of it. And it was a 7/100ths of an inch out of the 2 days that they said we're going to have rain. And a little bit of a letdown. But I did some work out here in the Garden of Eating today. There's my Garden of Eating. I also have to move these barrels, but they still have water in them, so I'll lighten the load before I move them. I gotta do a little repair on this door. I got some wires sticking out right underneath the handle. So anyway, look at this. Nice, huh? All ready? No, not really. I'm actually gonna need to get 4 or 5 more bags of the garden soil to add into here. This is only about a 1.5 inch top layer from the 8 bags I had. I need to pick up a little bit more because look at these neat little buds on my pear tree. So, and yeah, on the apple too, they got some buds on the apples. And then over here in the apricot, look at the flower. It's getting ready to open. There's only that one flower on this whole tree though, so I may end up with 1 apricot off this tree this year. That'll be interesting. So anyway, this used to be a double box. You can see where I cut it off right there, and it came out to here. And I had a tangerine tree in here. Well, the tangerine tree didn't make it. It's dead. So I pulled it out and filled it in with soil so it's ready to plant here. And these are some prunings off of the big grapevine. I stuck them in the soil just to see if they're going to root, just for the heck of it. If they do, then I can share some grapevines with my neighbors. So anyway, yeah, I want to add a little bit more in here, and then I have to mix it in. As you can see, I started mixing it in here and there, but there's really not enough of the topsoil to mix in with the compost and the old soil. So I gotta get 4, maybe 5 more bags, and maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five bags should do it. So anyway, my asparagus. Here I got 2, 4, 6, 7 spears coming off of that one. I got 1 spear in the center right there. Then here I've got 2, 4, 5, and then this one big one, which is going to get snapped off and eaten pretty soon. And then over there, that one's got about 4 spears on it also. So doing pretty good. The grapevines, every one of them, are showing buds popping out. I've seen buds everywhere. This bud's for you. That bud's for me. And yeah, even over here, there's buds on that one. And then this one has buds too. Nice buds popping. Looking good. So today, I added a row of spinach right here, all the way across. And here, I added 2 rows of carrots, all the way across. And then here, I added 3 rows of baby bell radishes. I put baby bell on the thing, but it's supposed to be a different name. Whatever. So anyway, I know they're radishes. That's all that matters. So this one here, this is the Concord grape, and it's budding all over the place too. And then I had a little bit left on the spinach tape, so I did a half row of spinach right there, and watered everything down really well. And over here, everything's looking good. I still don't see any flower buds anywhere on this old tree. So I'm going to have to air layer it and cut it down shorter, and then graft into it to whatever I want. Just use the rootstock and see if I can't get some growth out of that, some edible growth. My little green sprouts here seem to be popping up and getting stronger. There's one there, there's a couple there, there's one over there, one over there. Yeah, they're all through here, and I'm not sure what they are, but there's potatoes down underneath it. And if they're radishes, that's okay, because radishes and potatoes are companion plants. So we'll see what I get out of there. Everything here, the onions are all doing really well. And I took the cover off of my avocado tree. This avocado tree made it through the winter out here with that bucket reversed over the top of it. And it survived umpteen days below freezing. So even some days down in the 20s, 20 degrees Fahrenheit to like 26 degrees Fahrenheit. So well below the freezing mark, and it survived, and it's got fresh growth on the top. But it's still going to be cold for the next couple of nights, so I'm going to cover that back up before I go back in the house today. So anyway, that's how what I got done out here. And so I got my amend here because there's no place to really buy good processed compost in a bag around here. So, or I haven't found it yet. But I will be using that when I get my tomato plants. Are going to go into the main soil here. And what I'm planning on doing is, last year I just had everything just wherever there was a spot, I stuck a plant because I didn't have any organization going. But now that I've taken the extra tree boxes out and made more room, and just like I did over there, I've got the runs going the full length of the garden, because the sun in the summer will be coming up right over there by that mountain, and it'll go over right across like that and set right over there. So I'm facing south right now, and I'll do all my rows across this way in the garden. And what I did over here, as I showed you just a little while ago with what I planted, I started with the short plants, the real short plants like radishes, carrots, and spinach. Okay, so those are all short. So when the sun comes up in the morning, those won't shade the rest of the stuff that's in the garden. And then I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 more rows of vegetables in here that are all compatible plants that can all grow together, but these will be a little bit taller as I go. I do have some corn getting started, and once the summer comes, the corn is very cheap, but that's not the idea behind it, because even if the corn doesn't get really big juicy ears on it because of the heat that I get out here, the smaller corn husks, or whatever you want to call them, cobs, are great for feeding the chickens. So that'll get done. That's about it. That's what I got done. And oh yeah, I did go collect eggs today. I got 8 eggs from the hens today. I think they like the spring type weather too. And you see, there's where I broke some turns of soil just lightly, and I'm bringing up the compost from underneath and putting it on top. So I don't want to do that. And I'm kicking myself because before I moved out here, I sold a little 2-stroke rototiller. I should have kept that because it would make this char really, really fast. But I'm thinking about building one, something I can use. I'm going to bring my screw gun in because I used it to take that one box across or apart. There we go. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. Don't forget your thumbs ups, and don't forget to share and subscribe. And I'm going to remind you one more time, mostly for new people that are just coming on, this whole year, 100% free. Click that subscribe button down there. It doesn't cost you a penny to subscribe to my channel. And next year I may go with patrons and start charging for those of you who want to pay. You'll get extra perks from being a member of my channel, but you don't have to. You'll still be able to see my regular videos. It's just that the paying customers will get something extra. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. This is G Bear signing off.